Hey, what's going on? My name is Brian Bauer, and today we are checking out this 1994 Jackson Stealth EX. Why is somebody calling me right now while I'm filming a video? They should know I'm freaking busy with YouTube. Hello, I'm recording a video. What do you want?
Bauer? It's Kevin.
It's Kevin.
I just got this shipping notification, and it tells me the guitar that I bought.
It was supposed to come here, but it went to you.
Really? That's kind of strange.
Who does it say sent it to you?
It says it was sent to me by Lee Armitage.
You know he's the evil wizard, right?
Really?
Last time I checked.
Okay, well, dude, I'm filming a video about this guitar right now. Like, can I just keep it for the review and then just give it to you after?
Sure. As long as you send it over. But yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Well, anyway, I don't know. Maybe when I'm done, we can go get some maple syrup and Skittles or something one of these days.
Sounds like a plan, man.
Man, it's a good combination. You know what I'm saying?
It's deadly.
You know what? Your guitar is pretty freaking sweet.
Really? Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
man. Yeah, you know what, man? Listen to this. Hey, if you guys have made it that far into the video, make sure you are clicking the subscribe button if you're new around here, the like button, because that really helps, and the notification bell, because guess what? That tells you on your phone or your computer or YouTube, wherever you get your notifications, that I'm reviewing a guitar, I'm playing guitar, I'm screwing around on a live stream, whatever it is. So clicking on those things helps. If you have done that before, thank you. If you're doing it right now, thank you. Right here in my hands, I have a Jackson Stealth EX. The Jackson Stealth was a line of guitars made between 1992 and 1995. Part of the professional series made in Japan. You can see right here, it says professional on the headstock. And well, that makes you feel like you're pretty cool when you have something like that. I read somewhere that somebody bought a guitar because it said professional on the headstock. Usually something you do when you're younger. But, it makes you feel pretty cool. So, just a little nice touch. And it's a little bit of a higher end instrument instead of just, a beginner one. Probably not the highest end instrument, but I don't know much about the history of Jackson, Japan. So, who knows? From my experience, not too many people that I've talked to seem to know about the Jackson Stealth line. However, these models are around 30 years old at this point in 2021. So, it kind of makes sense. We seem to know more about, the soloist and the Randy Rhoads that have been around since forever. Now, this is kind of like a soloist, but it's a little bit different. A little bit of a different flavor. So, this being a Super Strat, this is a direct competitor to, the Ibanez RG, the Ibanez S series, ESP, I don't know if Charvel was owned by Jackson back then. I'm not really sure. Like I said, not really an expert in Jackson history. this is before Fender would have owned these companies, so, you know, I'm not sure, but, you know, they got to try to get these in the hands of players, so... And I think, hey, it was a pretty good choice back in 1994 to pick one of these up. This particular guitar is from 1994, and it is in deep metallic blue finish. It has a basswood body, a 22 fret neck, jumbo frets that is. They're nickel. Everything was nickel back in the day. You know, the downward death metal looking headstock has a licensed Floyd Rose. It has a 1 volume, 1 tone, a 5-way switch, and generic jacks and pickups. This particular one has a humbucker and 2 single coils, a single coil for the middle and the neck. Well, now, a lot of the guitars these days seem to have, you know, the, at least for Super Strats, have a humbucker here. This is an older guitar, so it's got the 2 single coils. I kind of like that myself, just being honest. So these pickups, they do have a name for generics. They're like the J75 and the J110s are what these are. I don't know anything about the jacks and pickups. They don't seem too bad, though, in my opinion. I'm running them through a good amp. They seem like they have some decent output and stuff. So, yeah. This one also has a big square neck joint like they had back in the day. This one is definitely not an all-access neck joint, but overall not too bad. My first impressions of this guitar is that, hey, it looks pretty cool. It looks really metal, especially with the downward-facing headstock. Really nice finish on it. I pick it up. It's pretty lightweight. It's got a nice little contour right here, kind of like the S series. I'll do a little video comparing some of the guitars to this one. It's got a really, really flat neck on it. It's really fast to play. Overall, it's pretty solid and has an awesome tuning stability once I actually got it set up. And the setup on this guitar was super easy. I put a set of 0.9 to 46 D'Addario NY XLs on it. And honestly, it works pretty good. Another thing that I've noticed that it has a really nice big cavity to work with if you had to do any wiring. You can see right back here for the springs and stuff. Pretty big spot there. Overall, it looks like it has some nice strap locks on it. Like, I don't feel like your strap's gonna fall off that too much. This particular guitar is pretty old, but it's in really solid condition. There's hardly really any fretwear whatsoever. I don't think this thing was played a whole lot, really. Knobs are pretty solid on it. This tremolo bar, it's not the original one. However, I don't particularly like the end on it. Maybe some people do, but I personally hate it. And my other impression with this guitar right away is I thought that the licensed Floyd might be garbage, but this licensed Floyd's actually really nice and holds tune really well, so can't really complain about it. Some pros to this guitar that I really like. I really like the neck on it right now. I'm used to the flat, thin neck like the Ibanez RG from 1998 that I have. This guitar is kind of reminiscent of it. Not quite the same feel, but still does pretty good. It's really easy to play in the sense of, like, it has the Floyd spacing, which is a little bit wider than like a fixed bridge guitar. So I find doing certain things like arpeggios and stuff, I'm used to that. I find it just easier to play. So there's a nice little touch to it. I actually quite like the Floyd Rose in this. It's nice and responsive. And like if you hear it go, it goes right back to the 0 point. It could use some noise suppression on those springs though, as you could just hear, because they're a little bit on the noisy side. But that could be easily remedied. So yeah, really like the Floyd. Don't like the bar on it too much, but it's aftermarket. But that's pretty cool. I really like the output jack. Mind you, this guitar is thin like an S series, so it can't stick out the bottom. It didn't go in the back like some of the Charvel Pro mods, even though I think that's pretty cool. Just something I like, not a big deal. But overall, and the pickups seem to be pretty good. So, I mean, as for this guitar being stock, I think it's pretty nice. So a con here to this guitar is this kind of neck joint. I'm not a big fan of square neck joints, although I think this guitar is fine with it. The access with it though isn't that bad at all. Like I can get right up here and mostly play pretty good. If I can actually do it like. But I struggle a little bit right there to hit those notes. I wish this guitar had 24 frets, not 22, because it would give you a little bit more access right there. I don't play a lot on the 24th fret. This is just a personal preference though. This guitar still is pretty easy going once you get up here. Like, I found it pretty effortless to play other than that, but that's a little bit of a con to me. Now, another con, I guess, of these guitars, and I will say this about the Ibanez as well, they have soft nickel frets. Now, this guitar is in great condition. Wait, we got it now. I don't know who had it before, but they clearly took care of it and maybe didn't even play it a whole lot. However, my Ibanez RG has really soft frets. I think Kevin said his other one had some quite soft frets on it too, because he has another one of these guitars, and they can wear out over time. So if you find one of these, there's a good chance that the frets might be worn down. In this case, I think he did pretty good picking this one up. It's in awesome shape, and I think he's really going to enjoy it. So, you know what? We're still here. Let's talk about a few of the sounds. It's a metal guitar, so no, it doesn't have a coil tap or anything like that, but it's a metal guitar, so let's hear it. Not too bad, and you know, we get some leads in. All right, so we know that sounds pretty cool, but you know what? It can do some cleans too. The thing is, where we have those single coils, it is a fairly versatile guitar, you know? That's the middle position. And here's the neck. Middle again. So as you can tell, this guitar is capable of much more than playing heavy metal, which is really awesome. But I mean, if you're gonna play clean, just buy a Fender Stratocaster, okay? We're here to play, you know, something like you're here to play like black metal, death metal, thrash metal, something, you know. Here, I'm gonna play it just because we're here. Because it just sounds awesome. All right, one more Megadeth. Overall, I think this guitar is really cool. It's an easy to play guitar. It sounds good. It's versatile. I mean, you want to play some metal? It's friggin' sweet. And for back in 1994, this was a killer option. You can compare it to a lot of the modern instruments, but I don't think that's completely fair. While they don't make this one anymore, if you were looking for something newer, I would definitely look at the Jackson Soloist line, or maybe something like the RR or something. But if you're looking for a Super Strat, definitely the Soloist and stuff. If you do find one of these online for a good price, and you think it's in good condition, well, you know, check it out. Take a risk, maybe buy it. It's a pretty cool guitar. I think that the Jackson guys would really like to have something like this in their collection. I would like to say, just before ending this video, thanks to Kemper Profiler for letting me do this. Yeah, I know it's a whole dumb skip, but the actual plan is to get this guitar here, do a review, because it was for sale, or, well, a lot closer to me than it is to him. I think Kevin's really going to enjoy his new guitar, his new old guitar, new to him guitar and stuff. So, dude, thank you so much for letting me borrow this guitar for the last while to give it a solid rip. I've done some recording with it, and you know what? It's a cool guitar. Guys, if you've not clicked the subscribe button, the like button, the notification bell, and all that fun stuff, do that right now. And I will see you guys all in the next video. See yas.